Hello and good day, everybody. The last time we were in class, we reviewed Photobucket and we talked about how you use Photobucket. We talked a little bit about the whys to use Photobucket. Well, today I wanted to put together a video for you that would give you a little more detail and maybe just serve as a reminder for you in the future on how to actually get into and take advantage of Photobucket. So this is Photobucket, the whys and hows. When you think about digital photographs, there's pros and cons to a digital photograph. Obviously, they're real easy to take. Most cameras are just point and shoot, very inexpensive. You don't have the cost of film, the cost of development, and then they're very easily transportable. That is, you can email them to people. You can put them on a little jump drive and hand them to somebody, whereas a printed type of photograph requires a little bit more effort to see. You have to actually send that film off and have it developed. And really, a lot of times, a digital photograph, if you take it, you're not as apt to sit down and print that thing. And then the downside to a digital photograph is that if you leave it on your computer forever, computer is a mechanical device and it's very susceptible to malfunction, and then if that thing malfunctions, you've lost your picture forever. So there's pros and cons to digitals, and that's something you really have to weigh for yourself. Anytime you're talking about something that has to do with computers, you want to back up, back up, back up. You need to think about what will you do if your house burns and your computer goes with it. All your storage devices, all your CDs could go right along with it. One way to back up is to put these items on a CD or a jump drive, or just make sure you get the pictures off of your camera card and put them on some other device. Of course, the downside to that is these devices are mechanical and they're susceptible to failure. By far the best thing to do is to have some method of off-site backup. Factories or commercial operations do this all the time. They contract out to people who are in the business to back up their data. With our photographs, maybe it's not quite as critical as it might be for a bank or something, but it is important to store and keep things that are important to you stored in an off-site provider. People such as Photobucket, it's their job to do this, so they do a really good job of accomplishing just that. Some other really nice things about storing with Photobucket is it makes it very easy for you to share these pictures with other people just by giving a link to them through an email. Also, it's very easy to organize pictures within the Photobucket site. You could have a little folder dedicated to, say, a birthday party, a little folder dedicated to a trip to Yellowstone, and so on and so on. Really, there's no end to how easily you can get organized on Photobucket. Also, Photobucket it's been fairly recently, I'll say within the past couple of years, they've made it to where you can edit your pictures once you've uploaded them to the Photobucket site. Things such as cropping the picture. You could cut something out that you didn't want in the picture. You can also resize it, so if the normal size of that picture is 4:6, you could up it to, or change it to, say, 5:7. And then if you're a little bit artistic, you could change some of the coloring in the picture. You could get very, very creative when it comes to that. Also, there's a lot of things you can buy from Photobucket. Of course, this is how they stay in business, is by selling their services and products. One of the best things that I've used them for is they run sales from time to time and make you aware of special offers that they have on printing your pictures for you. And I've seen them down as low as 4 cents a piece, so that's a great place to have your pictures printed. Photobucket also has a relationship with Walgreens and I believe possibly with Walmart. But you can have your pictures that are resting on the Photobucket website printed at Walgreens and then just go by and pick them up. Another thing that I'll show you a few examples of that Photobucket makes available are what I call photo-related products. And that includes, well, first let me just show you that they can make a variety of print sizes. Their standard rate for a 4:6, you see here, is 15 cents a copy. Let's see, I think this is if you go by Walgreens and have them print it, their standard price is 19 cents, and then so on. These prices, I don't really put much emphasis in them because they're constantly running specials. Some other products that Photobucket makes available are things like calendars, and you see here I've put Nancy Crenshaw's beautiful family up there, or at least part of the family. Sorry about that, Nancy. I chopped some of them off in my haste to get a camera or to get a calendar up there. Also, you can put things together like custom coffee mugs. They have these unbelievably nice canvas-mounted pictures. This is actually some sort of decorative canvas, and then you can drop in the various pictures that you'd like on that canvas. So they make really nice things that you can hang in your home. I even have a hardcover photo book that they've put together for me, and it looks like something you'd go to the bookstore and buy, but it has all your pictures in it, and you can even put a certain amount of text in there, captions that you come up with yourself. So, let's talk about what it requires to get these pictures from your camera to your computer and then from the computer on over to Photobucket. Inside your camera there is probably a little piece of plastic that looks like this. This is called an SD card. It's just a type of media that the pictures are stored on once your camera takes the picture. Once you have got those pictures on the card, then you've got to hopefully find some sort of little slot that card is going to go into. And on the picture of this laptop, the slot is here. On all computers, you're going to have to look around and around and around that computer to find out where the slot is. They put them in different places depending on the manufacturer. Now, on some computers, there is no slot whatsoever. And in that case, you're going to need to buy yourself a card reader. And here are a couple of typical types of card readers. The one thing that you're going to want to be aware of with the card readers, excuse me while I do something fancy here, is I want you to be aware of what this thing right here looks like. My pointer's not working quite right. Right there. That is called a USB, this little device. And then right here is the USB plug on this device. That is what you want to look at because that has got to plug into your computer. I'll erase those. So this little rectangle is going to plug into your computer. Where does it go? It goes into any one of these little slots. This is called a USB port, and you see this little item is about to plug in there. The best thing to do is to look at this, and if you see something that looks like a pitchfork on top of it, that's usually the top. So this should be up. Push it in. It should give you a little bit of resistance, but not a ton of resistance. If you get a lot of resistance, you should turn that over and try it the other way. Okay, so that's where the card reader is going to go. So in essence, just in an overview, the pictures are going to start on the camera, and the camera is going to store them on the card, and then we need to move them from the card and then go through the computer. We're not going to actually put them on the computer in this instance, but we need a computer in order to go ahead and upload those pictures to the Photobucket web page, and the particular web page we're going to load them to is the account that we've set up as your account. Okay, so that's a good overview and a good place to get started. So it is now time to actually get started. All right, we'll get going just in a sec.